Hello, snare drummers. You are ready for Unit 2. And in Unit 2, our new concept is the quarter note and the quarter rest. All right, so just a quick review. Before you started Unit 1, there was a section called musical symbols. All right, and that's important that you take some time and study that. I'm going to review some of them real quickly with you. Mainly at the beginning, if you look up at exercise 1 that way, you'll see two little horizontal lines at the beginning. That's a percussion clef. That means we know it's a percussion instrument. And then right next to that, this is a really important one, the 4 above the 4. We say it 4, 4. All right. The top 4, that tells us how many counts per measure. So we know there are 4 counts per measure. And the bottom 4 tells us that the quarter note gets 1 count. So we know now the quarter note gets 1 count, and also the quarter note is the dark circle with the stem, and then that little squiggly symbol that you start seeing show up in number 2, that's a quarter rest. That gets 1 count of silence. So a quarter note gets 1 count of sound, a quarter rest gets 1 count of silence. All right, now, at the very end of number 1, 2, 3, and 4, you'll see 2 dots with then 2 lines after them. That's a repeat sign. All right, it's like right up, I'm going to get my pointer going the right way, right up there for number 3, right above me, right there. All right, that's a repeat sign. That tells us that we have to go back and do it again. So each line should be done twice. One other thing I want you to know, or we have a couple more things, but the next thing I want you to think about is not losing your rebound stroke. We spent a lot of time in Unit 1 working that rebound stroke. So when you get to this Unit 2, when you start reading notes, you can't let go of that rebound stroke. Still think, relax, stroke, let that stick come back up off the drum. I see a lot of students start to really press hard because they're so focused on reading the rhythm, they forget about the rebound stroke. Do not forget about the rebound stroke. And look at the stickings. That's a term we use for whether we hit it with the right hand or left hand. All right, if you look at number 1, it's right, left, all the way across. Now we use that as our guide. So every count, if you're counting, look at the first measure and count 1, 2, 3, 4, which you should be counting out loud for every measure. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You will notice your right hand hits on count 1 and 3, and your left hand hits on count 2 and 4. We're going to use that guide for all of Unit 2. All right, so look down at number 2 now. You'll see 1, 2, 3, so that'd be right, left, right, and then there's a rest on beat 4. That rest wipes out the left hand that would hit on beat 4. And so when we go to the next measure, we hit another right. So the right hand's always on 1 and 3, and the left hand's always on 2 and 4. And if there's a rest there, that just wipes out that stroke, and we go on to the next one. Okay? That'll get even more tricky when you get down to number 3 and number 4. All right, so key takeaways. Quarter notes get 1 beat of sound. Quarter rest get 1 beat of silence. Right hand on 1 and 3, counts 1 and 3. Left hand on counts 2 and 4. Do not forget about your rebound stroke. All right, keep that focus going all the way through the next bunch of units. All right, and I think that'll cover it. So I will see you again. Practice hard. I'll see you when you get to Unit 3, but I want you to master Unit 2 before you make your way to Unit 3.